Well, no partisan issues here.
Just
The
thinking
weather,
same
as you
thing.
mentioned, the weather is nice.
Republican or Democrat, the sun will come out tomorrow.
That's right. Independent. It's all going to be okay as far as the
Right.
weather goes. We are looking at a cold front too, so it's going to cool us down a little bit over the upcoming days. So we will see some
Like
slightly
that.
cooler temperatures too, which people will be happy about. We can kind of just move along, right? Here's what's happening. Lakewood Ranch webcam showing some clouds now and again today. Not many though. It was pretty much perfect weather this afternoon. Temperatures did warm a little bit above average into the low to mid 80s for the most part, and saw a gorgeous sunset tonight. And this one sending in, Margaret sending this one into the Ringling Bridge, and some high-level cirrus clouds around in advance of this storm system. No rainfall threat for us. Some showers already starting to move into the Panhandle and the Big Bend area. This in advance of a low-pressure area and an associated cold front. Now, we're not anticipating a lot of rainfall, but there'll be enough moisture in the atmosphere, I do believe, to kick off a few spotty showers tomorrow afternoon and evening out ahead of the actual system itself. So right now, this area will continue to move off basically to the northeast, and then the attendant cold front will get close and eventually sweep through late tomorrow night and Thursday morning. Behind it, some cooler air expected to filter on in. That front now moving through parts of the plains, a little trough of low pressure and a cold front associated with it moving off to the east. Well, it's 70 right now. Nice out there, clear skies. The dew point is at 61. We have an east wind at 8 and the pressure 30-10, still pretty high, and that continues to rise ever so slightly through this evening. The high today was 86 degrees, 90 the record, so only 4 degrees off. That was set back in 1987. This morning's low was 64. What we're going to see is temperatures back to more normal readings, 80 degrees for a high, a normal low right around 60. And that should persist right through the weekend. No rainfall to report today. It has been dry to start the month off. As far as the forecast goes overnight, temperatures dropping down into the low 60s to mid 60s near the beaches. And then a mixture of sun and clouds in the morning with increasing clouds coming later in the afternoon in advance of the storm system. And right now, temperature 62 in Pensacola, 61 in Jacksonville, 66 in Orlando, 72 in Miami, 74 in Key West. And the Gulf water temperature now at 74 degrees, and that's starting to cool down. That makes for always some pleasant evenings. And you can see temperatures already down to the low 60s in Sebring, Lake Placid, Arcadia, Wauchula at 62 degrees, 10 degrees warmer almost in Cortez at 71, 67 in Inglewood, and Venice at 67 degrees. Well, the overall satellite and radar imagery showing the rainfall has been making its way through parts of the Midwest now and into Ohio and Kentucky and Tennessee, as well as into West Virginia. It's a slow-moving system. It will get its act together, though, on Wednesday and eventually sweep on through. Temperature-wise, well, it is starting to cool down in Atlanta, 57 there. Charlotte at 54, 63 in Tupelo, and 61 in Little Rock. As far as the overall water content goes in the atmosphere, starting to moisten up a little bit, at least in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere. That dry air that had been around is slipping off to the east. That's why we're going to introduce a chance for showers tomorrow late in the day. Once the front blows on by, we start to clear out a little bit. It looks to be nice on Thursday and all the way through most of the weekend. Now, as far as temperatures go across the U.S., 39 in Portland and 38 degrees in Omaha, 45 in Denver. So the air is starting to get a little bit colder behind that system, dropping down to 50 in Albuquerque and Oklahoma City now at 58. Well, for boaters, it shakes out like this. East winds turn to the southwest at 10 knots. Seas will be right around 2 feet. And a light chop out there. Water temperature, I mentioned earlier, 74, 80 degrees for beaches for highs tomorrow. And the upcoming tide, low tide at 2:20, a high tide at 7:16. Tonight, partly cloudy, mild 63. Tomorrow, expect some late day showers possible. It becomes mostly cloudy in the afternoon, a high near 80 degrees. And here's the nice forecast. Upper 70s right through the weekend, and great weather for, again, Veterans Day on Friday.